Hi to all. Today we discuss about the gametogenesis. Gametogenesis. Okay. So what is a gametogenesis? A gametogenesis is the process of formation and differentiation of applied gametes from the diploid primary germ cells. That means these applied gametes are differentiated from the diploid primary germ cells. The process of these applied gametes is called gametogenesis. Gametogonia present in primary sex organs called gonads. That means these gametes are present in the gonads. So in male it is present in the testis, and in female it's present in the ovaries. So gametogenesis means it is the process of formation and differentiation of applied gametes from the diploid primary germ cells. It's called gametogenesis, and these gametes are present in the primary sex organs called gonads, and in male it's present in the testis, and in female it's present in the ovaries. This gametogenesis process two types. One is the spermatozoon, another one is the egg. So what is the spermatozoon? The production of spermatozoon is called spermatogenesis. The production of spermatozoon is called spermatogenesis. Okay. So another one, egg. So the production of egg or ovum. The production of egg or ovum called oogenesis. Oogenesis. So these gametes are two types. One is the spermatozoon, another one is the egg. So the production of spermatozoon is called spermatogenesis, and the production of egg or ovum is called oogenesis. Okay, gametogenesis means the production of gametes is also called gametogenesis. Primordial germ cells. Primordial germ cells, the earliest recognized precursor of gametes, and these germ cells are unipotent and also differentiate into sperm and oocytes. These primordial germ cells are the earliest recognizable precursor of gametes, and also these are unipotent and also differentiate into sperm and oocytes. And these primordial germ cells are arise outside the gonads, and these are migrate into the gonads during the early embryonic development, where it is arrangement outside the gonads, and also these migrates into the gonads during the early embryonic development. In the human being, these primordial germ cells are first become readily recognizable at 24 days after fertilization in the endodermal layer of the yolk sac. These primordial germ cells are present in the human being 24 days after fertilization, where it is present in the endodermal layer of the yolk sac. And the cells are, that means which cells are destined to develop into gametes, those cells are called primordial germ cells. That means these cells are destined to develop into gametes, and these gametes and primordial germ cells constitute the germplasm. So here there are two origin theories are there about primordial germ cells. So one is the germinal epithelial origin. Germinal epithelial origin, it's proposed by Waldeyer. It's proposed by Waldeyer in 1870. In 1870. So about this theory, these primordial germ cells are arise from the germinal epithelium of gonads. These primordial germ cells are arise from the germinal epithelium of the gonads, and another one extragonadal origin. So extragonadal origin means here these primordial germ cells are arise outside the gonads, arise outside the gonads at an early period of embryonic development, and then these primordial germ cells are migrate to the gonads. Germinal epithelial origin means, according to Waldeyer, these primordial germ cells are arise from the where germinal epithelium of gonads, and this extragonadal origin means, that means this theory says that these primordial germ cells are arise outside the gonads and early period of embryonic development, and after these primordial germ cells are migrate into the gonads. And the next one, origin of primordial germ cells in different chordates. First we seen in the Petromyzon. So in Petromyzon, these primordial germ cells are arise from the coelomic epithelium. In the Petromyzon, these primordial germ cells are arise in the coelomic epithelium, from coelomic epithelium, and in fishes these primordial germ cells are arise from the endoderm. The fishes like amia, the fishes like amia and lepidosteus and lepidosteus. These are the example for fishes. And next one, amphibians. In Urodele, these primordial germ cells are arise from the posteroventral part of the lateral mesoderm. Okay, posteroventral part of the lateral mesoderm. In reptiles and birds, these primordial germ cells are originate in the endoderm of the extra embryonic part of the blastoderm. In mammals, these primordial germ cells are originate in the endoderm. Okay, these are the origin of primordial germ cells in different chordates. In Petromyzon, these are originates from coelomic epithelium. In fishes, originates from the endoderm, and in amphibians, it's originated from the posteroventral part of the lateral mesoderm, and in the birds, endoderm of the extra embryonic part of the blastoderm, and in mammals, it's from the endoderm. And next one, transportation. So generally these primordial germ cells are where it is arranged outside of the gonads. Okay, so after that they move to where gonads. Okay, these arise outside the gonads, and after embryonic development time these are reached to the gonads. So these are transported in the two ways. One is the bloodstream, by a bloodstream in the chick embryo, and second one by amoeboid movement in human embryo. In these two ways, these primordial germ cells are reached to the gonads. It's about the gametogenesis. Thank you.